What's up, everybody? Welcome to the very first episode of Animation Conversation. Hey, man, this is my spot where we come together. We talk about anything animation, bro. Any cartoon, any video game, any movie, any comic book, any manga, whatever it is, bro. If it is in an animated state, this is the place we're going to talk about that shit. You know what I mean? So, like I said, this is episode 1. Thank you, everybody showing up. Thank you, everybody, for liking, sharing, commenting. Hey, man, we're gonna do this about once a week. It's nothing like premeditated. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cartoons, it's animation, it's video games. A lot of that shit's spontaneous, and a lot of the shit, you know what I'm saying? We're looking forward to seeing the upcoming days. I know there's quite a few things that we'll get to today that I'm looking forward to seeing, and hey, man, everybody has some type of animation they love to see, some type of cartoon. Whether it's adult animation, your favorite kid cartoon. Me and ACS, the homie, will be up on here talking about some Transformers. We'll talk about some motherfucking Thundercats. Me and Joey will get up here. You know what I'm saying? For those that know the homie Joey, we'll get up here. We'll be talking about some when WWE fucking decided to go animation. Hey, man, like I said, if it's animated in any fashion or form, we're going to talk about it here, bro. So welcome once again to the very first episode of Animation Conversation, bro. Appreciate y'all for joining. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. And we're going to talk about what's hot right now, bro. So as most people know, bro, if you into the video game scene, one of the hottest video games right now. Well, I would say hottest because it's a dope ass video game, and it's been quite controversial. Is none other than motherfucking Arc Raiders. Let me see if I got I got some. Nope, thought I had some for Arc Raiders up here, but we're gonna get into Arc Raiders, man. Arc Raiders right now is hands down one of my favorite video games, bro. Let's pull that shit up. One of my fucking favorite video games right now. It's a very controversial video game right now. Just because, you know what I mean, when it first came out, I think a lot of players were expecting one thing, and it actually becomes something a little bit more intense. You know what I'm saying? A lot of players want, if you haven't played Arc Raiders yet, this is a PvP versus. It's a PvPVE, meaning this game is one of those games where you're not just playing the computer. You know what I'm saying? You're not just playing the computer. You're not just playing, the individual players. You're playing all of it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and launch the trailer. Put this thing on some mute. Have it playing in the background. All right. So, oh shit. My bad, y'all. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? Arc Raiders is a expedition game. You know what I mean? Fucking the world has come to an end. Fucking you got alien robots taking over the world. You hit the top layer to fucking scavenge and get what you can get and come back to the bottom, you know what I'm saying, to give to the community of people you got. But like I said, this ain't your average game. It ain't like fucking it ain't like fucking what's it called, Destiny or anything else like that where you're playing only against the environment. No, bro, like you got these robots that you're trying to avoid. You got, what they're called Arc, but then you got players, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you straight up, I'm one of them grimy players, bro. I am. When it comes to the Arc Raiders, bro, I am one of them grimy ass players, dog. Just because I like to add a little excitement when I play. You know what I mean? Yeah, of course, there's missions. I go up onto the top, you know what I'm saying? Grab what I got to grab, maybe kill a few Arc, help a couple people out. But when I'm done doing what I have to do, if I come across you or you come across me, chances are I'm going to kill you, bro. It's just the way it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I do when it comes to Arc Raiders, bro. What up, Smoke, man? How you been, brother? So that's you know what I'm saying. If you haven't played it, I would definitely tell you if you like that adventure, adrenaline. Oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like every single time you play, it's a different experience type game. I suggest, you know what I'm saying, you try out Arc Raiders. It's like $30. It's one of the cheaper games. It's one of the cheaper games that came out for PS5 and Xbox, you know what I mean? As well as PC, but it's become one of the most, top selling games, very fast. Um, hey, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it had fucking a million awards, you know what I'm saying, this coming year. They've already had mad talks about people wanting to turn it into a movie, whether they do it or not. Hey, bro, it's a dope ass game. I recommend everybody to try it out, man. Um, let's see what else is hot right now. Oh, just released. So, like I said, we talk about all types of animation. You see the name Animation is spelled that way because I watch a lot of shows, I watch a lot of vlogs, podcasts, all types of shits, man. And I feel like anime and cartoons like Simpsons, Family Guy, things like that are always separated. There's never like I never find a show or a podcast where we talk about all of it. So that's what we're doing here. You know what I mean? Which brings me to what's hot right now. One of the if you're into the anime scene and you're on Netflix, it just came out on January 8th. They're gonna drop a new episode every week, but they dropped the first 2 episodes now. So hey, if you into the anime thing and you looking for something new to watch, I definitely suggest, man, get up on that Jujutsu Kaisen, man, and check it out, bro, because that shit's fire, bro. It's if you like Demon Slayer, I think this is something that you're gonna like as well. You know what I mean? Speaking of Demon Slayer, fucking the second movie of Infinity Castle ain't still not set to release until next year. So if you want something new to watch, hit up Netflix, get on Demon Slayer, watch all, was it 4 or 5 seasons? It's not long, bro. And then you could jump into the Infinity Castle movie that just came out this last year. Fire ass fucking movie, by the way, if you haven't seen it. But definitely try out that Jujutsu Kaisen, man. If you want something to binge watch and you want something to get up into, bro, because that shit right there is nothing to fuck with, my guy. All right, let's see. All right, man. Oh, so probably the biggest thing that's hot right now, just because of the platform it came out on, is got to be the South Park collab with Fortnite. Let's see, is it playing? Boom, got the trailer playing right there. Hey, man, I've never been a big Fortnite fan up until maybe about like a year ago, when they started doing the Greek God era, the Greek God season pass, and then they had a couple fire ones after that, shit like that. But this one, I haven't played it yet, but I'm definitely gonna get up on there, man. Big South Park fan. We'll talk about South Park on this show as the weeks come on, man. We'll definitely be talking about South Park on the show. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if you haven't watched the trailer, man, I'm not going to play all the audio on this shit because I don't want to get shut down for everything. But if you haven't seen this shit, man, go check out the trailer. If you're into Fortnite, obviously you've already been playing this shit. If you're not into Fortnite or you're kind of like off and on with it, hey, man, this is probably one of the seasons to jump into because this shit is fucking dope. The costumes are dope. Fucking, they're going to be adding quite a few more fucking characters and variations. I think they got Mr. Tally on that bitch too, bro. So that shit's fucking dope. If you haven't watched the trailer though, watch it. Shit's fucking hilarious. It's just a mockery of how everybody is today, and it's funny to see like the mockery of them playing a game that you're playing as them. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any fucking sense in the world. But definitely check it out. Like I said, that's the Fortnite South Park collaboration. It just dropped last week. I think last week it just dropped. But I got to check that shit out, man. That shit is fucking, like I said, it's pretty fucking dope. I watched my son play the shit quite a few times already. He a big Fortnite fan. He'll be up on here, man. We'll We'll be talking about the anime shit. He's deep into the anime world, so he'll definitely be up on here talking. But he be on it right now. He's been on the South Park trip, fucking doing his thing. As you can see, there's the bus right there. It's transforming into the school bus from South Park. It's going to show you some of the costume variations. So let's go ahead and watch that and shit. Let's go ahead and turn the shit up.
Down south, I'm gonna have myself a time. Going down south, I'm going down, going down south, going down south. Don't forget to bring a towel. Going down south, I'm here to meet some friends of mine.
Been on your computer all weekend. Shouldn't you go out?
Don't forget to bring a fucking towel, bro. Shouts out to Mr. Tally, bro. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, one of my favorite characters. You know what I mean? The fucking shit. Always love Mr. Tally. All he wants to do is just kick it, bro. Hit the bong a couple times. Just chill with the homies, bro. Can't even be mad at Mr. Tally, dog. So, hey, but get up on that. If you haven't yet, get up on that South Park fucking Fortnite collab, like you seen in the trailer. The shit's dope, man. It's fucking they talking, and what's dope about it the most, like that personally that I like. I mean, Fortnite is what it is, dog. You can hate it or love it. It is what it is. But what I love about it the most is the ad libs it comes with. You know what I'm saying? While you're playing the game, it got fucking ad libs. You know what I mean? Cartman's talking shit. Fucking Kyle Stan. You know, Butters. As you see, Butters is over there. You know, they're all talking shit. So it's pretty fucking dope. It's pretty fucking hilarious. I guess it adds a different spin. You know what I'm saying? It adds like a different spin to it than we normally have. So that's always fucking dope. You know what I mean? Because usually when you got Fortnite, it's just, you know, your basic shit. You know, you got other players talking shit. But when you got, you know, your favorite characters like, you know, Cartman fucking talking shit while you're killing somebody, it always makes the game a little more exciting. You know, a little more entertaining. What the fuck? Hold up. Let me pull this up real quick. All right, so that's pretty much it for what's new, man. I mean, there's really nothing out major that I could think of off the top of my head that's new. I mean, if you're into the Battlefield world, things like that, from what I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, man, but I had heard or I read on a report that Battlefield had lost like 90% of its fucking of its players since the day the game came out, the original date. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how true that is, but if that's true, that's fucking crazy. Call of Duty, if you're a Call of Duty fan, man, you probably won't hear much of it on this stream, to be honest with you. I mean, I could play Call of Duty. Anybody that knows me knows I'm fucking legit, but I'm just not a fan, dog. Like I said, once Call of Duty started going to the skins and all that shit, I said I'll play Fortnite instead. Fuck it. I'm not paying $70 a month or $70 a year for the same game and then have to pay for the skins. You know what I mean? Fucking Fortnite free. So I don't give a fuck. Let's get into these upcoming and new releases, bruh. So let's see what is coming up. What is new? As we all know, one of the most anticipated upcomings is fucking Invincible. Invincible season 4 is coming up soon. Let's see if I have a trailer for that one. I don't, but let's pull it up. If you haven't seen the trailer, man, it's just like all the other ones. They kind of give like the little sneak peek, you know what I mean, where they're sitting at the table, they're talking, they're going to go over what's going on in the next season. Hold on, let's see if I can pull that shit up for you. I'm a big fan of Invincible. A lot of the homies that, you know, you see me stream with, you know what I mean, ACS, you know, Joey with all them cats, we all big fans of Invincible. The show's fire, bro. Show's fucking fire. Let's see. Oh, there we go. pull this back some. All right, there we go. Oh, I want it. There we go. Let's go ahead and watch this. Stop it right there. As you can see, season 4 is coming up. Actually, it's supposed to be coming out March of this year. So we got about 2 months before season 4 comes out. As you can see, that you saw the sneak peek. That's what I wanted to show you. The sneak peek of Thrag. Hey man, I'm this is something I'm highly anticipating. I know everybody's anticipating this shit. This is something we've been waiting on for a long fucking time. And then the introduction of Thrag, that's going to be something that all of us have been waiting on for a long ass time. Like I said, my son will be on the show, you know, from time to time. He's a big fan. He's read the comics. He can't wait for Thrag. Fucking, he's been over there nonstop talking about it. So, hey, I know in this house we super hype about it. So once that shit does drop, man, you could definitely know that we're gonna be talking about it here on the show. But from what I also got, well, not got told, but from what I also read and shit like that, and if you read the comics, you would kind of understand the storyline. We probably won't see Thrag until like the end of the fucking season. Like in season 4, we'll probably get 1, maybe 2 episodes of Thrag. You know what I'm saying? We might get like a glimpse of them here and there, you know, throughout the season. But I can assure you, bro, like we're probably not going to see much of Thrag in season 4. It probably won't be till season 5 that we actually get the full effect of Thrag. You know what I mean? So, but any type of introduction to it is going to be fucking fire. Like I said, if you're familiar with the comics, you kind of know how it plays out, and you kind of know what's ahead, and there's some fucking fire ahead. I did have the fucking trailer in my shit. I'm tripping. All right. So let's see. As far as upcomings, man, that is the biggest upcoming for me. Actually, there is one thing I wanted to talk about that is in the rumor mill. Let me pull it up. All right, boom. So let's just play. As you can see, that's Dragon Ball Super playing right there. And in the rumor mill, it is said to believe that Dragon Ball Super is getting a remake and that they will be continuing the manga, which if you're familiar with the Dragon Ball Super manga, and that's the direction of Dragon Ball you've gone in, you should be fucking super excited because now we'll finally get the extended version and the continuation of Black Frieza, which we've all wanted to see for a fucking quite some time. Um, the same creator of the manga will be doing, or is supposed to be leading, the new Dragon Ball Super remake, which will not only fucking boost up the animations, because if you remember the beginning of Dragon Ball Super, the animations weren't that great comparing to like the end of Dragon Ball Super when they were in the tournament, because the tournament animations were fucking fire. You know what I mean? Like the epic scenes between Jin and Goku and shit like that. Like all of that shit looked great. As you can see here, this is the beginning of Dragon Ball Super, the beginning episodes. Um, and the graphics weren't that great comparing to the end. You know what I'm saying? This is where fucking Vegeta snaps because Beerus smacked Bulma. You know what I mean? At the barbecue and shit. Fucking Vegeta's my guy, dog. Vegeta's always been my guy. Um, takes a lot of ass whoopings, but Vegeta's my guy, man. Um, but I'm really, really hoping that this rumor is true. They got the Dragon Ball convention in China, I believe, this month, and they're expected to possibly leak some information. Then we have the Dragon Ball convention here in the US in April, which will probably leak some information. So I'm hoping that we do get a remake, man. Like this is one of my favorite well, Dragon Ball period, you know what I'm saying, is just top tier in my book, bro. Um you can consider it what you want to consider it, but that shit is goddamn top tier, man. I've been watching this shit since I was a young buck wanting to be fucking Goku and Vegeta. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who has watched it, you know what I'm saying, that like that's been the goal in life, is to become a fucking Super Saiyan and become Goku and Vegeta. You know what I'm saying? Um, I remember I had the homie. He was different, and everybody clowned him except me because he always grew up wanting to be Trunks. He had the same haircut and everything. Like I remember we was in middle school, and his name was Daniel, bro. I remember that motherfucker because we and him got along because we both like Dragon Ball Z and we both like the band Kiss, dog. I remember that shit to this fucking day, dog. And I always liked Vegeta, and people used to clown because everybody was on Goku's dick. You know what I'm saying? And let me go ahead and cut that off. And he always liked Trunks, and people used to clown because they were like, Trunks is soft because he had the purple hair. Don't get it twisted, bro. Don't get it twisted. If you know, everybody knows Trunks ain't no punk. He ain't Vegeta, but he ain't no punk. You know what I'm saying? So that's why me and him clicked, bro, because I was like, damn, Vegeta's my guy. Trunks is your guy. You know what I'm saying? That's father, son. You know what I'm saying? And even though they don't click, they click. You know what I mean? So I was like, damn. So, and I never kind of put that together to now, bro. So, it's probably the weed talking too. But, yeah, bro. Hopefully they come out with that Dragon Ball Super remake. They've already kind of dropped leaks. That's why everybody's pretty sure that it's something that's gonna happen. But until we get that 100% confirmation, we don't know if it's gonna happen, dog. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully, by the end of this month, we hear something when the Dragon Ball convention in China. If not, we're gonna probably have to wait till April, bro. But hey, we gonna figure it out either way. Either way, we gonna get some news, bro. And I know I'm gonna be hype about it because we're gonna get the continuation. They're gonna fix the tournament. We're gonna get like the arc fucking we're gonna get the patrol arc, we're gonna get the Black Frieza arc. Oh, come on, man. That shit's gonna be fucking dope, bro. And then you know say we will go get the Golden Frieza arc right afterwards because remember he becomes Golden Frieza, but nothing happens with it. So come on, bro. They gotta do the fucking remake. They gotta do the remake. Which kind of leads me to you know what I'm saying, us wrapping it up. And this is the part where I call what am I watching now? You know what I'm saying? And what I'm watching is coincidentally Dragon Ball Z Kai. Well, Dragon Ball Z. But you know what I mean? I already seen it and I don't feel like watching it with all the fucking fillers. So I threw on Kai. I've been watching Dragon Ball Z Kai for a couple weeks now. I am actually on the Kid Buu arc. You know what I mean? So, he already fought Majin Buu, he already fought Super Buu. So now I'm on the Kid Buu arc, obviously one of my favorite arcs. Not actually because of Buu or of that series at all, but because I honestly feel like Dragon Ball Z, the Majin Buu arc, has some of the best monologue. You know what I mean? obviously by none other than the same prince himself, Vegeta. But yeah, man, Vegeta got some fucking bomb ass monologue in this motherfucker between his final anointment when right before he blows himself up, and you know what I'm saying, he's sitting there and he knocked out fucking goddamn Goten and Trunks and had Piccolo take him back, and he's sitting there just like, damn, bro, I'm doing this for you, you know what I'm saying, Bulma and Trunks and even you, Kakarot, you know what I mean? And he blows himself the fuck up. But then you also have the pride speech after he becomes Majin Buu, or after he becomes one of Babidi's fucking minions and shit, and he got the Majin symbol on his forehead, and he's talking to Goku about, you know what I mean, about the pride of being a fucking Saiyan, bro.
Pushed myself to the edge of my limits and beyond, but you've been born with a natural talent far beyond my own. No amount of training could have closed the gap between us. I realize that now. It was made painfully obvious to me today as I watched your fight with Babidi's monster. Imagine my shock to see the undeniable proof, to discover that no matter how hard I tried, I would never be able to catch you. A warrior prince forever living in the shadow of a low-level clown. So that's when I secretly made up my mind. You fool! You deliberately let yourself fall under Babidi's spell! Yes, I saw the power of Babidi's magic. At the World Martial Arts Tournament, those two henchmen he sent. The people who had seen those fighters in the previous tournament couldn't understand how they become so powerful. But you and I know, don't we? It was Babidi's magic, and I knew that what his magic had done for those fighters, it could also do for me. I knew that if I allowed myself to fall under his control, the difference in our power would disappear. I'm quite pleased with the results, even if they do come at a price. I'd say the end more than justifies the means.
Vegeta, I don't understand. You've never allowed
That's
anyone
part right
to help
here.
you before in your life. Why start now? Why Babidi?
Because I wanted him to reawaken the evil in my heart. I wanted him to return me to the way I was before! I was the perfect warrior, cold and ruthless. I lived by my strength alone, uninhibited by foolish emotion. But slowly, over the years, I became one of you, my quest for greatness gradually giving way to this life of mediocrity. I awoke one day to find that I had settled down, formed a family. I had even grown quite fond of them. Would you believe, I almost started to think the Earth was a nice place to live. Do you understand now, Kakarot? That's why I needed Babidi, to set me free, by releasing the evil in my heart. He has freed me of these petty attachments. And I'd have to say it feels pretty good.
Come on, man. Like when he fucking burst out and he fucking just snaps and shit, and he starts talking about fucking the strength right there, bro. Come on. That part fucking gets you every time. Oh shit, I just had it. You know what I'm saying? Because he just fed that's the inner demon in him, you know what I'm saying, wanting to be free. But he knows that's not who he really is anymore, but he's trying to fight it so fucking bad.
Return me to the way I was before!
It snaps, dog.
I was the perfect warrior, cold and ruthless. I lived by my strength alone, uninhibited by foolish emotion.
The perfect warrior, cold and ruthless, dog. And then he talks about how he, now he has a family, he has a kid, he has a wife. Talking about, I even grew pretty fond of him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's him trying to dig into that cold-blooded motherfucker who he was, but it wasn't him anymore. He just knew that's the only way he was going to be able to get that fucking amount of power and strength, was to dig into his evil side and allow Babidi to fucking bring it out of him. You know what I'm saying? Because as you can see, when you continue to watch the episode, you know what I mean? Him and Goku fight for a little bit. He knocks Goku out to go basically save the fucking world, because even though Babidi took over and gave him that power, he wasn't able to control him. You know what I'm saying? Vegeta was too strong-minded that he was still doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do. He just had the fucking power to do it. You know what I'm saying? Which is why he was able to blow himself up to try to kill Majin Buu in the first fucking place. So yeah, man, like Dragon Ball Z is one of my favorite because some of the monologue. Now, one of the best fucking monologues, and we'll get to that at some point later on, when we were just talking about Dragon Ball Super, is once again Vegeta. Vegeta be spitting game, bro. Vegeta be having some fucking some monologue, bro. But it's when right before Goku turns Super Saiyan God, and he's going off talking to the destroyer from the other universe. I can't remember the clown motherfucker. Can't think of his name off the top of my head. But they're going back and forth, and Vegeta's like, y'all some fools if you really think that motherfucker's done. You know what I'm saying? And he just goes in about the Saiyan race and the pride they have and who they are and how they got strong. Bro, that shit, every time I watch it, and I'm gonna watch, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching Dragon Ball Super right when I'm done with Dragon Ball Kai. I can't wait to get to that part, bro. And it's like the fucking end, you know what I'm saying? But that monologue from Vegeta, top 2, bro. Like that's number 1. This one right here to me is number 2. There's a couple other monologues in between, you know what I mean, that are fucking dope. Even the exchange that Goku has with Lord Beerus when they fight in like Battle of the Gods, the monologue in that is fucking dope. Obviously, the fight is dope. But I just watch, you know, obviously, like I said, I'm watching Dragon Ball Z Kai. So the first arc that we run into is the fucking well, not the first arc, but the second arc that you really run into is the Frieza arc. You know what I mean? And the monologue and the fight scene between the Frieza arc is fucking super fucking dope, bro. You know, Goku, Frieza fighting on planet Namek, fucking for the end of the world. At this point, Goku's already fucked his ass up. You know what I mean? But Frieza just doesn't give the fuck up.
Poor stupid Saiyan. You honestly think you've won? Your puny mind never could understand. I am Frieza, the most powerful being in the universe. And you are nothing but a beast, a fragile animal. You can't win because I am mighty and you are not. Now learn. Learn what happens when you mess with the most powerful being in the universe!
Fucked up, dog.
Huh? You fool!
Try to get that full mercy, bro. Try to give him mercy. You know what I mean? Straight got smashed the fuck up, dog. That's what you get sometimes, dog. I appreciate you coming through, Smoke Man. Hey, fucking you seen it, man. You know what I mean? He gave Frieza the opportunity to just go about his business. He even gave him some energy, dog. He gave him some of his energy to be like, hey, here's enough energy for you to bounce about this motherfucker before this planet explodes. And Frieza still was like, nah, fuck you, dog. And he took that energy and tried to hit him with it. Obviously, you see, you know what I'm saying? Goku turned it around on him, blew that motherfucker to smithereens, which we all know, bro, that's the worst type of rings to be blown into. But that's the worst possible way to be blown up, bro. Is be blown up in smithereens, dog. And that's exactly what the fuck happened to Frieza. So yeah, man. That's what I'm watching now. Like I said, it's Dragon Ball Z Kai. I'm wrapping it up, or we're in the Kid Buu saga. So by the time I do the next show, I'll probably be into the Dragon Ball Super, man. When I watch something, bro, I'll be watching it, dog. You know what I'm saying? cooking, cleaning, work, everything, bro. I be on it, bro. I be watching it. And this is like the 5th time I watched Dragon Ball Z, bro. This will be like the 3rd time I watch Super. But it's every time I watch it, man, it's like the first fucking time. So I mean, everybody got that, man. I got like my son, he a big Dragon Ball fan, he a big Naruto fan. Every time he sees it, bro, he probably watched Naruto like 15 fucking times, bro. He don't know shit, but that motherfucker could probably speak, you know what I'm saying, you know, Chinese and Japanese, you know, at the same fucking time, bro, if he could. But hey, man, like I said, we'll get him on the show. You'll see him eventually, bro. But other than that, man, that's pretty much all I got, you know what I'm saying, for the first episode, bro. Like I said, appreciate everybody for showing up. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hit the like, hit the comment, you know, hit the like, comment, share, subscribe, share it with the homies. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you like animation, you like cartoons, you like video games, whatever the fuck it is, bro, this is where you want to be, man. Every week. I ain't got no set dates, but every time we come live. It's a little spontaneous right now until we get a set schedule with this. But hey, man, you can count on this shit every week, bro. We're gonna be talking about some form of cartoon. You know, so you see the Bob's Burgers, mad favorite. You know what I'm saying? Some episodes what be like today, where we talk about a little bit of everything. That's pretty much the structure of the show. If we have something special, like as you can see behind me, big Rick and Morty fan. And for those that used to follow me at Rick and Me Pick, man, I am no longer doing the Rick and Me Pick shit. Not because I'm not doing Rick and Morty stuff, because you're gonna see major Rick and Morty shit on the show, but I just didn't want to limit myself to just Rick and Morty anymore. I'm a big cartoon fan. I'm a big animation fan of all types, and I felt like by doing it like this, I can expand. So we're gonna talk about a lot more than just Rick and Morty, but you can guarantee we still gonna be talking about Rick and Morty on the show. But man, like I said, that's pretty much it. Thanks to everybody tuning in. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, share, do all that shit. Appreciate it again. Smoke, man, appreciate you coming through. Hey, man, until next week, next time, I'm going to see y'all, bro. Let me see. Peace out this motherfucker home.